there, Virgo. How we feeling? 2026. Yeah, let's see what's going on for you in this year. I feel like every year is pivotal. Seriously, every year of life, even if it's the most prolific year or the most low key or wackest, most beautiful, whatever, and everything in between, dull. I think that every year is prolific in life because we're alive. Seriously, I know that's cheesy. I think that this year for you takes on a more low key tenor in a way because of the transition of the lunar nodes and Jupiter ultimately into your natural 12th house sign of Leo. There is a slowing down of certain things, a slowing down and a recognition of higher forces. 12th house is always more low key. If you're an alpha, type A, type of person like me, or someone who is just constantly doing something, right? There's a lot on the plate. There are a lot of activities happening. 12th house years, I think, can feel disjointing in a way because it is not 100%, 500% forward motion, moving at 79 million miles an hour. It's very much not that. Let's look at what's happening as we move into the year. The first 3 months of the year that start at the end of December during the Sun in Capricorn ingress for you. Let's see where Mercury is at. Mercury is in your fourth house of home, family, property, intimacy. I think personal depth and silence, what you are made of. And so all of these things are just like illuminated. You already start out the year, I think, a little bit private and reflecting on what you want to create in your life, who you are attracting in your life, whether they're beneficial or not, settling down. This is just depth, right? Like it's not shallow. It really reaches into the soul of what you want to create or be, how you want to be. It's not even about creation. It's just a being, not just how you want to be, but how you are, how you are living in your most intimate areas of life, where you want to live, how you want to live, what your space is like, your immediate space, where you come from through your family line. All the histories and memories hit you. Your place in your ancestry, stuff going on with your family, potential deaths in multiple areas of life, not just your personal life. And so that is the stage that's set, those situations. You've got Sun, Moon, Mercury, which provides clarity on all of the issues that we just talked about. And that's like the only Mercury thing, and which is obviously your ruling planet. That's why we're focusing and honing in on Mercury in these situations. And we have that in the 7th and the 42nd harmonics. 7 octaves, excuse me, it's 21st and 42nd. So a 7th harmonic octave. And 7th harmonic is still, it's reflective, it's quiet, it's probing, it's deep. It is not shallow. And so these are, these fundamental ways of being, areas of life, your fundamental ways of relating and relationships and family and where and how you're living is deeply reflected on, and things are just coming to the surface, maybe for your eyes only at this point. But yeah, take time to contemplate, because as we move into Aries season, come the 3rd week of March, on March 20th, we have different kind of energies for you. You're a little bit more out, it appears. You have your ruling planet Mercury in your opposing zodiac sign, your 7th natural house. And that sees you more out there with it. You're making stuff, you're communing with people. Very social and dynamic time period for you. Let's see how. What is Mercury doing via midpoint? So we've got a Venus conjunct Mercury Uranus midpoint. We've also got Sun conjunct Mercury Venus. So Mercury Venus, Mercury Uranus. Here's Mercury, Venus, Sun, and then what was the other one? The other one was Mercury, Venus, Uranus. Yep. Okay, good. Just getting my bearings in order here. So here we go. Venus, Uranus. All right. So we've got, I think this is very basic to me. I can see you planning for trips. I can see you planning for educational type of things because it's a Mercury Mars lunar north node. Conferences, anything educational, and not just necessarily traditional education. It's a learning experience. You might want to go visit an ashram or something just to learn how people live there. You might want to go visit a peanut farm and be like, how do people make peanut butter? I mean, I have no idea. There's something, I think, depth oriented around this because we have all this whole stellium in your natural eighth house with Saturn, Neptune, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Chiron. And so I feel like there is a lot of healing going on with you about how you have been in your significant relationships and partnerships. There's a lot of fundamental depth probing going on here as you plan for the future. It's a learning cycle. It's a learning journey in these situations here, particularly I would say the first half of the year for you. Let's see where these direct midpoint structures with Mercury fall if they come. So one's in the 17th harmonic. Is there more Mercury here? I think that's the only one that actually falls in a harmonic. So 17th harmonic is just way more sensitivity to the things that arise at this time period. Sun, Moon, Mercury right here. So your seventh and eighth house. The issues of intimacy, who you trust, how you have trusted or not, vice versa. What after signing on the dotted line with all of these relationships, whether there was a physical contract or a spiritual contract or whatever, where were you left and how are you being? This is I think that all this stuff is coming up on such a deep level that it infuses a lot of the more banal realities of life, like speaking up at a conference or speaking in a meeting and blah, blah, blah. Like all this stuff is like underbelly and something that you're dealing with privately, but also seeing in new ways as you're engaging in interlocution and in all of the little interactions that you have in big and small partnerships. Big stuff. So as we enter Cancer season, June 21st, we have more broad social activity for you because we have stuff going on in your 11th house, Mercury with Jupiter. So it's less intense on the intimacy, I feel, for you a little bit. Let's see if I adjust that looking at the midpoints. I think you're just all about innovation at this point. You're done being stuck and stymied in ways of being, emotions, and relationship issues that you've been probing for the last several months. Like you're over it. You're ready to get out. You're doing all this innovative stuff. So this is a season of innovation for you, Virgo. And and so new people, new methodology for, I think, obviously your interpersonal relationships, but definitely in application to the type of work that you're doing, the type of groups that you're associating with. We're starting to get a little more random and more off the cuff, unplanned, new insights, new exposure, and experiencing this and applying this in the things that you do. Finally, as we enter the last chapter of the year, we have Mercury in your second house at the time of the Libra Sun ingress, which is your personal values, money, how you make money, and what you think is aligned versus not aligned, things like that, your fundamental needs, feeding them for yourself. Like, what do you need? What do you value? You've got Mercury is conjunct the Sun Venus midpoint, 1 degree, 11-minute orb. And you've also got Mercury opposing your Uranus lunar north node midpoint. And it appears conjunct your south node. This is cool. I think that this is really serendipitous. This is a whole new, other more spiritual, profound journey going on for you at this time. We finally have the lunar nodes and Jupiter in your natural 12th house at this time, which definitely changes the game in many ways. In terms of like who you're interacting with, if you have, because this is the second house, like finance, job type of thing, and we have like the 12th house going on here, you're taking on more critical work that needs to be done for people or beings that can't take care of themselves. So civil rights, civic rights issues, people who are interned or infirmed in some kind of capacity. It ranges. It could be hospitals, jails, foster homes, animal shelters, the actual earth itself, different environmental kinds of things. It's just you want to put your mark on something that needs serious attention. And it really, I mean, I'm thinking stuff that people are afraid to venture into, large groups of people might be afraid to venture into and do. Also for you, it's also speaking to a serious life purpose for you on this earth. It's kind of like this is not playing around for you. Like, you have to do something. You have to help and utilize your skills to generate something new in this area. So this could also be like job shifting, career shifting, focus shifting, 100%, routine disruption. You might be craving it on a personal level, and or it might happen in events where it's like, oh my God, if you see yourself shuffled in, your job or your career, it really, as annoying as it may sound, it really is for your highest benefit because of that ninth harmonic, 12th house influence. It means that there are guardian angels or guardian entities on your side intervening on your behalf for your highest good, ultimately. Let's see what's going on. If there is. So this is the only Mercury stuff we've got. Sun, Venus, Mercury. So this is going to be your third and, it's going to be, it's going to be your first. It's going to be your second and third house that this midpoint triggers. And I feel like you're just going to be busy. There's less time to focus on yourself in this moment. There's more just all this unearthing happening, but you're still super dynamic doing this and that trip, going this and there. But definitely there's a sense of finding your place newly in the world and being disrupted uh, by potentialities in your career, social life that has you totally shifting into something new.